Hello there, lovely people, it's Alex from Nintendo Life here. Now, super jumping in Splatoon 2, I mean, it's just as good as it was in the original one. You can leap straight into the fray, and you don't have to run all that distance. It's super quick, super easy, and yet lots of people either seem to be doing it incorrectly, or not using it at all. And I'm here to put a stop to all that. So I've decided to take it upon myself to tell you how you can make your super jumps better for you and your team. But enough waffling, let's dive right into things. When you've got an eye on a teammate that you want to super jump to, have a look at the ink surrounding that player and see how it's changing. If you see a lot of enemy ink moving towards them, avoid that sucker like the plague because you're probably going to get splattered unless they kill them, but that's not a risk you're willing to take. Either jump to someone else or just don't super jump at all. There's no point in jumping if you're only going to get yourself splatted now, is there? Whenever you've super jumped, you may find yourself in a spot of bother, you may not, but nevertheless, the best thing to do is get moving! If you're using a pair of Splat Julies, you can roll out of the way as soon as you land just by doing that dash thing that you do when you're just firing generally, but you do have to be firing, so make sure you do that. But if you're using any other kind of weapon, you might be tempted to slip a drop roller on as one of your special abilities, but to be honest, it's really not worth it. This roll is short. It's really short, it's not very fast, and overall it's just not very effective, and considering what you could put on there in its place, it's better to just be a little bit more cautious when you're jumping in. Honestly, it's just not worth it. Beacons are great. Nobody knows when you're jumping to them, and they can be put pretty much anywhere on the map. But if there's a teammate nearby enough to a beacon that you want to jump to, you might as well jump to the teammate, provided of course that it's safe. Beacons are only single use, so once you've jumped to it, that's out of the picture until another one gets laid down, so it's far better to just jump to one of your teammates if they happen to be in the same area. And you know what? If you're gonna use beacons, interestingly, the sub-weapon up ability actually increases the speed that you can super jump to beacons. It won't make you respawn any faster, but nevertheless, it allows you to super jump at supreme speeds only dreamt of by a fevered madman. Maybe. Super jumping isn't just a way of getting you delightfully into the fray, but also you can use it as a little bit of a junior Birdman the heck out of there kind of thing. What I mean is you can super jump out of conflict. If you're in the middle of a heated battle with someone, then it's probably not a good idea to bring up the map, but if you're outnumbered or outgunned and you can swim away in behind cover, you can jump to a teammate or back to your spawn point. Jumping to the spawn point might seem a little bit stupid and counterintuitive, but what's the alternative? Die, wait a while, then appear back at the spawn point? Think about it. Alright, this one is exclusive to Rainmaker and Tower Control, but nevertheless it's still really important. If one of your teammates is on or near the tower or Rainmaker, and they're nearly at the goal, for the love of Mari, jump to them, just jump to them, just jump to them. Even if you're not at the spawn point, they need all the support they can get, and chances are you won't be splattered when you land, as the other team will be more focused on those that are already there, rather than somebody who's just jumping in and may not actually be that much of a threat. Of course, this isn't a guarantee, and you may be splattered, but nevertheless, if you're jumping there and you manage to survive for even 2 seconds, that might give somebody else the opportunity to jump to the tower and then jump, and you have a nice rotation going, allowing you to stay on the tower or near the Rainmaker and push it further and further and keep that enemy team foxed. Nice. And there you have it. Do you have any tips for super jumping yourself? Let us know down there in the comments. We like comments. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, then why don't you super jump towards that subscribe button and then immediately get blown up by a bomb because you didn't take into account the fact that there was a load of ink moving towards that location. And be sure to check out NintendoLife.com for all sorts of lovely Nintendo related content. Thank you again for watching. Bye bye.